And I'm showing that I am live here, but I'm not sure that I'm live on Facebook yet. So this is interesting. Anyway, let me just test it. The reason I'm doing this is a new streaming platform for me, and I want to see if it works. It's something called Be Live. I've been using StreamYard, and I'm trying to figure out if this one's actually working. And the last time I tried it, I blue screened, and then I couldn't figure it out, and I gave up. And then, I appear to be live, so that's good. And I think, and you can hear me. Excellent. Okay, so this is why I wanted to test it. So I'm doing a double test. I'm trying Be Live, and I bought a new microphone because I had people complaining they couldn't hear me, and I thought I wasn't planning on buying it so soon. I actually wanted one of those ones that, came on the boom and everything. And then I looked at my office setup and I thought, okay, that's not going to work. It's not going to fit. So I got my cup of green tea. So I went and bought a Yeti Blue medium, not the top of the line, not the bottom of the line, middle of the road. I thought would be good. And excellent. Thanks, Bill, for checking both Facebook and YouTube. I have the best friends. This is one of the things that people don't understand about the hobby of sweepstakes and how many friends I made. I never expected to make lifelong friends from this hobby when I first started entering sweepstakes. And I'm really especially missing them right now because right now, it started Wednesday, but the official kickoff was Thursday night. And it's the annual National Sweepstakes Convention. It's in Phoenix, Arizona. I really wanted to go, but I don't live in the United States and the border's still closed and I'm only half vaxxed. So it wasn't really appropriate for me to travel at this time. I'm crossing my fingers for next year. So we'll see. If you want to attend, clearly you can't go now. It's too late. It started. But if you'd like to attend the National Sweepstakes Convention, or there's a mini in April, go to my website, click on resources, click on Meet Fellow Sweepers, and then you can get all the details there. And it will explain everything. It'll link you mainly to the convention website, and all the details will be there. The reason it's a lot of stuff I wanted to try out this week. I wanted to test my new mic. I wanted to test this new streaming platform, see how it worked. But I wanted to talk about pin code contest. Now, what's really fascinating is I've been doing summer. I call it pin code hunting season. Just like, they have hunting season for different animals. Right now it's pin codes for me. It starts at about the beginning of May. And it ends usually about the end of August. Now, last year, because of the pandemic, all but one disappeared. There was one that had started, but it petered out. And then one kind of came in near the end. And this year, some of the better ones were back. So there was more to search for. And, this is cool. Messages are automatically being put up. This is different. Is it automatic? No. See, wabbit season, duck season. Oh, okay. So show. Why did that one just pop up automatically? This is really interesting. I love it. Anyway, that's why I said I'm trying something new, so it's kind of fun to play with it. And I get to teach you guys at the same time. So there's several to look for. Now, what's really interesting, I was on YouTube, but no one's there. That's okay. Let's see. So this one, let me see if I can find it. Okay, so let me hold it to the camera. So there's a one in Moosehead, and it says, now this is important because in my book, I have read the rules and follow them. That's my number one tip. However, I think I'm going to go back and edit that chapter. These people don't understand them. Oh, yes, you can. You can share this wherever you wish. I love helping sweepers win. That's actually one of my favorite things to do. It's why I wrote the books. It's why I do these lives. It's why I'm writing my next book, because things have changed. So I think I'm going to go back and edit that chapter and add in, you have to understand them. And I'm going to explain why. So this says up to $1 million in cash and prizes. Enter a pin for a chance to win an ultimate backyard makeover. Okay. Enter pin code found inside specially marked cases and visit the website URL, long URL, to enter for a chance to win one of 50 backyard makeovers valued at $10,000 each. So you're like, wow. Okay, thousands of secondary prizes available to be won. For a complete list, please visit the website. Odds of winning depend on the number of entries received. So you think, okay, odds of winning depend on number of entries. Oh, deadline to redeem pin code is October 30th. So you have a long time. They gave themselves a long entry period because inventory has to flow through the system. So I'll talk about Pepsi in a second for that. Must be legal drinking age, of course. It's an alcohol company. Open to Canadian residents only. So the reason they say legal drinking age and not a specific drinking age is each province has a different drinking age. Quebec, it's 18. Ontario, it's 19. I don't know what other province. I think most provinces are 19. I don't know if there's anything else that's 18. So they just say legal drinking age because it depends on where you're buying it. So you could win a year younger if you were in Quebec. Open to Canadian residents only. No purchase necessary information. Contact us. Okay, so that sounds really good. So I open up so I showed you guys earlier, I always find the seam, and I pull at the seam, and it gives me quick access to the code. Okay, so there's that part. And I brought my phone over because I don't want to get off the live stream or go to another tab just in case. So we're going to go to the website, and I'm going to read you the rules. Oh, I had my phone up because I was doing, let me take the stand off the phone. Okay. So this is important. Okay, so where's the official rules link? Okay, so then it says it gives you the, I'm going to put this down because I can show it. So it shows all the different case sizes. So now you know what products you're looking for. And then it says, and then it's also on a sister product. Okay, and then they have the short rules. Those things, these little blurb, the blurb that I just read out that was on the case, that's called short rules. Okay, so I also help companies with their promotions, and there's rules and then there's short rules. So you can just quickly assess whether. So then you have the full rules. Now, it's got the key dates, the eligibility, the agreement to be legally bound by the rules, how to obtain a PIN code, so there's no purchase necessary. And you think, okay, great, and it gives you an address. You can mail away from one. You have to write a 50-word essay. And then it says, standard for PIN codes. Each PIN is unique and can only be used one time in the contest. And it will automatically expire after its use or October 30th, whichever comes first. Okay. How to enter. Once you have a unique and valid PIN in accordance with these rules, like I just have one in the box, you go and enter. Now, this is where I think a lot of people stop. They're like, okay, I understand. And then where is it? I saw it. Now I can't find it. Okay. So then it says there's a total of 7,150 prizes available to be won in relation to this contest. 50 grand prizes of the ultimate backyard name over of a cash prize of $10,000. So that's important to know, because if you live in a wee apartment or you rent and you think, well, I can't, what am I going to do with that prize? Why would I want to win a backyard makeover? I don't have a backyard. Read the rules, because it's a cash prize. It's not a backyard makeover. Right? So you gotta read that. Then there's 2,000 secondary cash prizes of $100 and 5,000 secondary cash prizes of $50. Prizes must be accepted as awarded. So it's all cash. Okay, so that's good to know. Now, winner selection process. And most people, when they're reading rules, are looking for start and end dates, eligibility, like can I enter? Like am I of legal drinking age, or am I living in a state, that it's open to? And then eligibility, am I eligible, start and end dates, and frequency. How many times can I enter? Is it a single entry? Is it daily? Do I need a pin? And then anything unique. Do I need a pin? In this case, you need a pin. Most people don't read further than that, right? Let's see. Oh. Sorry. I'm trying to read the comments. I'm seeing if anybody's... Oh, somebody said Manitoba's 18. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, different changes. So then this is very important. It says, when contestants complete their entry, they receive instructions confirming how to claim their prize. So it says each pin code is associated with either a grand prize, a secondary prize, or no prize. What does that mean? Let me read that again. Each pin is associated with either a grand prize, a secondary prize, or no prize. That means it's a seeded giveaway. That is the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory looking for a golden ticket. So you're hoping that pin code, I'm hoping that this pin code that I can enter will pop up and say, I won a prize. Because they've created all these codes and they've said that's a winning code or not. But you don't see that when you're looking at this. Right? Win the ultimate backyard makeover valued at $10,000. So first of all, if you're in an apartment, you might not bother. Other people don't even notice the codes on the boxes, which is what I go out and get. And then they don't even realize that they may or may not have a chance to win. I would love to be the agency to see how many of those codes are actually collected. How many of the prizes, grand prizes, do they actually give away? That's going to be interesting. So it's actually a seeded contest. And it turns out the same with this Nutella one. Now, what's interesting is this Nutella one is associated with 10 cottage giveaways valued at $20,000. So I read their rules, and then it basically says if none of them are collected, like if nobody enters the winning codes, then they're going to have a draw from everybody that entered for one of them. So at minimum, they're going to give away one from everybody that entered. But otherwise, again, people think they're pin code contests. They're actually seeded contests. Not really much different than the McDonald's Monopoly, where you're looking for Boardwalk or, the one missing piece for all the different prizes, the missing train station or the missing, like they'll have a lot of common pieces and then there's the rare pieces. So Sherilyn says, if no pins are winners. Okay, so in the Nutella case, if no pins are winners, they're drawing for one cottage giveaway. So they will give away one. Somebody will win one. Now, I got to read the rules again. If let's say 2 people enter the winning pins that they have allocated, I don't think they're going to do a drawing. They're just going to give away 2 and that's it. They're not going to give away the other 8. Okay, now this one says, oh, where did the rules go? Oh, I must have hit the button. Sorry, let me go back to the rules. Oh, it's a pop-up. That's why I accidentally closed it. Okay, so now let's see. If the prize, winner notification, so let's see what happens if it says if nobody wins. It's also not okay. Let me just see if it says anything about no, I do not see anywhere in here where it says that if nobody wins. Yeah, basically it says if you don't answer the skill testing question, you don't win. Yeah, I don't see anywhere in here that if they don't give away the prizes, I don't spot anything. I'd have to read it again. Yes, cheese strings was similar. So there was cheese strings had a similar contest. They were doing the same thing. So I think a lot of companies, this is how they get away with huge budgets and no prizes, because these could also be insured. I don't know. So what an insured contest is, they came about, it's called hole-in-one insurance. And it's what sometimes sweepstakes companies do if they have very large giveaways. So for example, it came about from golf tournaments. So they would do a charity golf tournament and they would say, hey, if anybody gets a hole-in-one on the 17th hole, you're going to win a Porsche. So it encourages people to sign up. Hey, you have a chance to win a Porsche on the 17th hole. So then what the golf tournament sponsor does is they buy what they call hole-in-one insurance, that basically they pay like, a certain amount of money. And the insurance company says, hey, if anybody hits a hole-in-one, we will give them the Porsche or the equivalent cash or whatever it is. But that way the charity is only paying for the insurance and doesn't have to come up with the, $100,000 or whatever for the Porsche, because they want all the money to stay for the charity. So it's called hole-in-one insurance. So some sweepstakes do that. So for example, years ago, there was the Mir space station was coming down, and Taco Bell put like a 40 foot or by 40 foot, something fairly large yet still small compared to the ocean. They put this X in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and said, hey, if any part of the Mir space station hits this, everybody gets free tacos. And that's an insured sweepstakes, because it could have cost them hundreds of millions of dollars if they had to give everybody in the United States a free taco. But because it was so outrageous, they paid the insurance and they got a ton of publicity, which the cost of the insurance was cheaper than the cost of advertising because it was global. And it's like, I don't know, 25 years later, and we're still talking about the sweepstakes and the Taco Bell brand. So was it worth their money? Absolutely, as a marketer. Yes, the Nutella contest is still active. This one is Canadian at the moment. There's a ton of US sweepstakes that I can't enter that are similar. If you want to go find an aggregate, go to my website, click on resources, click on find sweepstakes. And then I have a ton of sweepstakes aggregates and sweepstakes newsletters. I really should just take out the newsletters and blend them in with the aggregates. I'm thinking of doing that because newsletters aren't, mailed out anymore like they were in the good old days. Everything's emailed. So the aggregates send out emails, the newsletters send out emails. They all have websites. They're virtually the same now, even though they're still called newsletters. So I would do that one. Yes, it's Canada only. Thanks, Bill. I stopped hunting for a while. It seems like Shutterfly, charities, and other bottles of soda. Yeah, it depends on the pandemic really changed a lot of stuff. So last year, so the year before, let's go back to 2019. When I was code hunting, I was looking for, now Coke Rewards had closed in Canada. We called it iCoke, and it closed, I'm thinking 2010. I'm thinking about 2010. So the Coke closed at that point. So we weren't looking for Coke. However, Coke did host summer giveaways. So they had gold caps, and it was started in like June, and they had tickets to like events all over Canada. So you could win tickets to local concerts, venues, all kinds of things. It was really cleverly done. It was all based on your cell phone number and your region. And I have no idea how they work the computer on that. That's really cool marketing. So I could win tickets to, say, the Canadian National Exhibition, which is near Toronto. But if you were in Calgary, you could win tickets to the Stampede. Or if you were in, Vancouver, you could win tickets to, I can't think of something off the top of my head, but it was our regional. And then there was grand prizes that were national. So there was trips and things that anybody in the country. So anywhere you lived in Canada, you had an opportunity to win. And based on geography, you could win additional prizes. It was really well done. So I was looking for Coke. And then I was looking for Canada Dry, which they host every year. And then Pepsi. And then Gatorade had one. And Kraft Dinner had one. And I think Pringles had one. That was harder to find because people pull the thing off. That it was like a ridiculous amount. And Monster had one, and just so many sweepstakes. And I'd come home with this like bag. George always used to laugh at me because I come home with my little bag of treasures. Oh, and Pepsi. Did I say Pepsi? And then last year, when the pandemic happened, there was only Canada Dry. So I did still go out pin code hunting, only because one of the main reasons I do it is exercise, and I have no desire to get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. So the prospect of winning something is my carrot. It's really good incentive. And I think I got to beat the recycle trucks. So sometimes, even if I sleep in, I woke up today at 5:30, and then I contemplated sleeping in, and it wasn't raining out. So I was like, I really want more Pepsi codes for the weekend. So I got myself out of bed. I was rewarded. There was two bids that had 6 or 7 codes each. I was like, yay. And I get in my 10,000 steps like today. See, I love my Fitbit that I won. What are my steps? It's, oh my goodness, 11,164 steps. So it's worth it. I get my steps in, and I get fresh air, and I listen to podcasts, and, I go around, and sometimes funny things happen to me. I did a TikTok video because somebody started yelling at me. I haven't been yelled at in a long time, and I just found it funny. And then all the hate comments came calling me I was weird and I was a thief. And I'm like, sure, I'll remember that as I'm sitting by the pool on a trip that I won. Contests were better 7 years ago. I think the thing is, you have to get used to the new way of winning, because it's only going to keep changing. And I keep altering how I enter, and I'm finding that that's helping. And I'm trying different things. So that's, I think, something we have to do as hobbyists. So then this year, it got better. Okay, and then at the end of last year, the end of the summer, Pepsi came out with something. So then I was only looking for 2 things. And then I'm like, oh, forget it. And I tried going back to the gym, but then the gym's closed. So I sat around all winter. I have no desire to exercise at home. And it's freezing out. I'm not going out when it's cold. And as soon as codes started coming back and I could get out for a little bit of fresh air, I did. So I've been going out for walks off and on since March. And then finally April, half the time. And then once the real big pin codes, because there was yogurt and there was something else. It was just something to do, just something to walk around for. And then at the beginning of May, Canada Dry started, or mid-May, Canada Dry started, and then Pepsi started. And I was so excited. So I've been looking for basically Canada Dry and Pepsi. Those are the 2. And a few other things, like this one's been running for a while. That was the first code that I found. And then some of the beer ones actually don't have contests on them, but they have giveaways. So at the beginning of the season, some of them say, well, there's a pin code on the inside of the pack. You rip off this card and you fill away for it. And so I got George some lounge pants, and I got a Bud Light sweatshirt. So it's freebies too. And I look for the McDonald's stickers. I get free coffee. I have so many free coffees at McDonald's. So good. And then what else do I look for? Just, oh, and so this year I'm looking for Monster too. They don't have a giveaway this year. They've got collect and trade in for swag. And I got a bunch of Monster stuff the other year. Like I won some and I got some, like I used my points last year. I got this Wii. I don't know if you can see it. It's cute. It's like magnetized. I love that. And so it's a little Wii headset. The sound on this isn't as good as the other headset I have way over there. And then I got a little Bluetooth speaker. How fun is this thing, right? It's got it. You can put it on your backpack, but really don't do that. Not everybody wants to hear your music as you go hiking. But it's fun and small and portable. So if you're going camping or something and you just want something quiet, you can have like a personal little portable Bluetooth speaker, and it charges right there. It's like really small. So I love it. It's fun. So I use some of my points for that stuff. And then, oh yeah, see, so this is another thing. So in my area, we have wheelie bins, so it's hard to look for pins as they aren't visible. So here's something. I took a picture because I wanted to show people. So actually it's funny because I noticed this today. I was talking, I was wanting to tell people. So this is the kind of bin that I'm looking in, right? It's by the road. So I just walk along the road. It's very easy. There are some people that have the round bins with lids, and I do lift them up, but here's the problem. They're very deep. So unless there's pin codes available, like in the first 6 inches that I could see, if there's a lot, I'm never getting those other codes. They're low and they're deep. And they're talking in Toronto, like I live in the suburbs of Toronto, but Toronto proper has the big wheelie bins. And I dread if they're going to do that here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I would do. My pin code hunting days would be over. I think something else. And depends on where you live. Like there's a fella in Montreal that writes me, and they don't have collection. They have deposits on their soda bottles. So everybody goes to the recycling center to put them in to get their nickel back. But he wants their, or dime, or whatever the deposit is on the bottles. So he wants the lids. So he has to go and hang out there and ask people for the lids. So Marie's asking what are pin codes. So here's what, okay. So here's what I'm going to show you. So a pin code stands for personal identification number. Okay. It's the same. Use that. A lot of people use it for the bank, right? You put your bank card in, you type in your PIN, your personal identification number, and you can use the bank machine. So the numbers on packaging, like I shrink the Pepsi ones, right? And then there's do I have Canada Dry close by? So I have here's some more. Some I keep, some I throw, because some I might need, and some if I don't win, like Canada Dry, there's no secondary drawings, so there's no, if I didn't win something on the code, then there's no point. So you can see that there's specially marked pack caps, right? They're yellow, they're easy to spot. And then if you look, I don't even know, I'm scared, I'm going to probably go blurry if I do this, but you see there's a code in there. I've already entered this one, so you can't use that one. And then see specially marked packages, I cut them off the Pepsi cups, but see it says reveal your code. And then this one here, this has got to be, I've already entered this one too. See if you can see that code. Oh my gosh, I have a loop that I got when I used to work for a printing company. Yes, like codes off the chip bags. Oh, that's, why is only part of your comment coming up? That is just weird. Oh, look, it scrolls. Okay. Bottles. Yes, bottles. Oh, my husband won't walk with me the day before recycling anymore. Okay, so now it's not even, I go from neighborhood to neighborhood. So I have the map of the city. Like I can do it on my phone, but I also have the paper one. And so the bottle guys told me this years ago. If you go to the neighborhood, so we have recycling every week, but we have garbage every other week. So the bottle guys told me, because they go around collecting the beer bottles, wine bottles, and beer cans, or actually any liquor can, because now they have all those vodka sodas and things. They all have deposits on them. So the bottle guys that go around collecting this stuff told me, and if you go out on the week that they have garbage, more people put out their bins. And so that's when they go to that neighborhood. So I try to follow that, but I've decided that I like my little routes that I have for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So now I don't care if it's recycle week or not. I just go and I do my little walk and I get what I get. Oh, I need one more for the free towel. If I, you know what? I haven't seen one in a while, but if I spot one, I'll send you one. Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I think that's funny. Yeah, so codes to enter. Yes. And it depends. I've seen them on chocolate bars. I've seen them on cereal boxes. I've seen them on chips. I've seen them on soda, on pasta, on Nutella, like on spreads. I've seen them on, like almost every company seems to have done yogurt, coffee. Who else? Anybody else? Yeah, it's a lot of products do pin juice. Is it worth it? I won a family trip for 4 to Universal Studios that was completely paid for. So yeah. And you don't know if you're going to win. This one, the grand prize, 25 grand. Could be me. This one, they're giving away $10,000 a week. Could be me. And I've won a ton of little things already instantly. Here, why don't we try that? You know what? I'm gonna grab some codes. Hang on. Let's try some of the codes that I have. Let's see if I'm winner. I'm gonna do it on my phone. I should have planned this better. I just came on to talk. Okay, so we're gonna try some codes and we'll see if I win anything. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's do that Moosehead one. Let's see if it's a winner. Can you imagine me winning this live on yeah, I love it, right? Yeah, I love it too. Okay, so yes, so let's try the Moosehead one. Can you imagine I win 10 grand, a $10,000 live on live stream? That'd be funny. Okay, so how do I shut? Where's the, okay, here we go. So now I use the, make sure all the data is right. I use the autofill. Sometimes I use my RoboForm if it pops up. Believe it or not, RoboForm will sometimes pop up on my phone because I have it for everywhere. Make sure all the things are right. They have a skill testing question because I'm in Canada, but I know the answer to it already because it's okay. B. Okay, so I've just, and I always double check it as I go along to make sure it's right. Okay. Okay. You know what? Now I'm getting nervous. I don't know. I'm going to double check the number. Okay, let's see if I can double check. Okay, let me copy this skill testing question. Oh, come on now. Okay, I'm going to double check it on it. Here's a tip. If you're entering a skill testing question you don't know, if you just paste it, and I'm going to show you a trick. Paste it into Google. Oh, hang on. I just did it wrong. If you just paste it into Google, it gives you the answer. Okay. 9 o'clock, not 9. Yeah. This one, in this case, it doesn't matter because it's they already allocated whether this pin code is a winner or not. So I can enter anytime. It doesn't matter. So let's go. Let's see what it says. I'm going to maybe hold it up to the screen. What did it say? Sorry, this was not a winning code. Play again. So you know where this whole thing goes? The recycle bin. Boop. Okay. That wasn't very fun. Okay. Let's try Canada Dry. That's more fun. Okay. Let's see if I win something. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong one. Clear form. Ontario. Okay. This one, I don't like entering in the phone as much because, oh, see, this is where I need my reading glasses. CR. And then the light, that's the other thing. Because it's stamped on the lid, you have to keep tilting it to make sure you see every number. It is, I have to admit, it is better in the morning, or like if I'm outside and I'm walking and I find a code and I'm feeling lucky, I might try and enter it. And okay. Let's take Maria's advice. How do you find, okay, we'll answer this question. How do you find your sweeps with codes to enter? I use a sweepstakes aggregate. So if you go to my website, contestqueen.com, and click on, well, let's try this one. Okay, so this one, after you put in your name, you have to choose one. So let's go Diet Ginger Ale. I love Diet Ginger Ale. And dim it a little. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh, I turned down the volume on this. Sorry, try again. Okay, that didn't win. And that one I throw away because it doesn't matter. So if you go to my website, click on resources, click on find sweepstakes, check the aggregates and so what you do is if you have an aggregate you like, I go and I type the word instant or pin or code. Like I try different ones. And then some I just know, like Canada Dry. Oh my God, Canada Dry has been holding this contest as long as I can remember. Like when I was married, my ex used to go code hunting. Like I've been filmed code hunting on some of the documentaries since 2007. And I've been coding before that. And I think Canada Dry has run every year since. Like, so what's that, 15 years they've been running it? So I don't even have to look. I'm like, oh, when is it starting? Like, it's just something they're doing. And Monsters, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th year I've been doing Monster. Like some of them are just every year. All right. I asked all my friends if they had General Mills. And seriously, I have over 500 and none. Yeah, I know. I've been kind of contemplating. I want more Monster codes because I want to get one of the bigger prizes. And I'm like, do I go on Facebook and ask everybody if they'll send me the Monster codes they don't want? But then I think, no, I can't do that. Okay, let's do the Pepsi one. Okay, it's Pepsi. So it's the same. Now, I remember in the US, they had one. I can't remember who said it, who was running it rather, but they were giving away like an Xbox. I think it was Pepsi, an Xbox a minute. Yeah, in Canada, yeah, it was running Canada and the US. In Canada, they were giving away an Xbox an hour. And in the States, they were giving away an Xbox a minute. I'm like, oh my God, that's a mental contest. Okay, so, let me make sure. Oh, see, I have to check. For some reason, this one logs me out. And then if I did that, see, now my RoboForm pops up. I like RoboForm for this. And then it signs me in. But always check to see, because then I would have wasted the code. Like, I don't waste the code because if I wasn't logged in, it would log me in. And then I have to retype it again. So you always have to make sure you're logged in. 3FJFN. Now, they're doing weekly draws. Pepsi's doing, so there's an instant win, a weekly draw, and then at the end they're doing another draw. So I'm keeping the Pepsi codes in case when you say check the aggregates. So let me see. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull up my website and put the link in the comments. I don't know if BeLive does it the same as StreamYard. We're about to find out. Okay, so you start here. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it'll work. We'll find out. I think that worked. Oh, I can't type on my iPhone. Oh, the pizza. Now, it was Pizza Pops that did it, and it's weird. Okay, so let's see. Let's wait for the time to change. So, Dawn, that one was really weird. So there was one from it was actually Pizza Pops. And what happened was they had this microwave going and it had this, and it would fill your whole screen. It was kind of crazy. And you'd see the timer counting down. Oh, did I just hit the microphone? I wonder if anybody heard that. The microwave was counting down. And then as soon as it dinged, the door would open and you'd have to try and grab a prize. And it was terrible. Like I was even complaining to the sponsor. I'm like, guys, like I was seeing everybody complain about it. And I thought, this isn't really good promo, right? Like if I'm an agency and I'm running a contest for a client and everyone's complaining about it. Okay, here, let's see if Pepsi, hey, I want a t-shirt. I'm a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. They have small, large, and extra large. It seems all their mediums are gone. I'll get an extra large. I'll give it as a gift. And then it says, you've also received one entry into the grand prize sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000. So I take this and I have a box beside me. It's actually just it's a liquor store box and I throw it in. So that's cool. Yay, I got a t-shirt. I know, winning never gets old, does it? It totally doesn't. It totally doesn't. Okay. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I won the microwave. Ugliest shirt ever, but it's a win. I did a little video on it. If you go to TikTok, I think I shared it on my stories, so it disappeared. But so the thing dung and I hit it. And the time they did it before, I was trying and I was filling it out and nothing. And I was so frustrated with it. This time it done, and I just clicked the first name in my autofill to just fill the form. And it was George's, not mine. Right? And so, yeah, it's funny. So George actually won it. And then it said, oh, yeah, you better go enter. And then so George actually won the shirt. And I thought, no, everyone's been complaining about this. I didn't actually win a shirt. Well, one day a sweatshirt actually showed up. And I'm like, no way. And it was because it said what size. So, of course, I got a sweatshirt for his size. I didn't think about it. Well, I should have gotten a little one. But anyway, this sweatshirt with the ugliest thing on it shows up. My daughter loves it. So she claimed it. She sleeps in it. It's huge on her. It's like a dress. I did a video. It comes down to her knees. It's so funny. Oh, my friend Carol encouraged me to listen to you, and this is my first time, but I will be back. Yeah, you know what's great about these? These get archived, so you can watch them later, and I go and I put like a cover on them, and I fix the description, and I do all that. So let's try this one. So this is why the pin, yeah, funny. See, this is weird. Everybody, it automatically puts up sums. Oh, I got a FedEx notification today. I'm getting a 5-pound box from Tums. I believe I won another Tums Kit. Okay, Bill, what's in the Tums Kits? Oh, you're welcome. This is, thank you. She says, thank you for helping us. This is so weird. Why do some of them show the whole comment and then some of them scroll? I do not understand this. Be Live. I'm starting to, part of me likes it. Part of me likes the StreamYard better. But apparently I can trim some bits of this like craziness and then put it on social media. But I already do so much stuff and I don't have time for that. Okay, so let's try the last one. Oh, we can do rock, paper prizes. I did mine today, but I didn't do George's. And he's so funny because he grumbles about sweepstakes. And then I win stuff. And he's like, he even says that there was a contest today. We were watching TV. He likes HGTV because he's a contractor. And they came up with this like home renovation one. And he goes, hey, there's a contest on the TV. Are we entered? And I go, I don't know. I look, I pull up my phone. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. What am I going to pick? Why does my phone keep getting brighter? I don't want it to get brighter. I want it to stay darker. Okay, yes, I won peanuts. Oh, congratulations. Okay, so Bill said the Tums Kit has 3 5-ounce bottles of hot sauce, one $25 gift card, travel condiment case, 1 car vent clip holder, 2 8-ounce bottles of Tums. Nice. I love prizes like that. They're so fun when they show up, right? Okay, I'm doing rock. Oh, I lost. I didn't see what she did. So I got to do paper. I found paper. So here's what I figured out with this. If they do something, then I always copy what they just did. And then I find you generally win. Ha. Okay, so what did George just win? He's on a fishing trip this weekend. He's in a fishing tournament tomorrow. Okay, so I have to choose free Reese's or free. Oh, that's a no-brainer. Free Reese's or free peanuts. We've got a lot of free peanuts. Now I'm gonna grab his phone when he gets back, and I got to go to Circle K and get my stuff and his stuff because I've been just getting my stuff. Right? Yeah, Reese's. You know, there's a billboard near us when I drive on the highway, and it's just the whole billboard is just an empty Reese's cup. Like it looks like, you know how sometimes a little bit of peanut butter might stick to the bottom. That's the whole, there's no words on it, nothing. It's just an empty Reese's paper cup. And I'm like, that is a brilliant advertising. Oh, do Circle K at 7 in the morning. Always wins. Yeah, usually I do mine in the morning because I remember in the morning. And then there's a couple of others that I can't remember. You have to fill out the code. So this is another trick I do before we go in. If it has a code to it, like this Tasty Rewards one, you have to enter the UPC code. This one, you have to put in the year. It's like a beer one. They want you to add in the year and the month and the day to get access to the site. Are you kidding me? Okay, so this one, you need the code. So I do it in RoboForm, in the RoboForm browser. So how do you see it? Okay, why does my phone keep getting brighter? Okay, if you can see the little robo guy that's popped up? Yeah, we're only allowed to collect 3 at a time, but if each day, so Dawn says for Circle K, we're only allowed to collect 3 at a time. So you can collect 3 today, and then you can go tomorrow and then get another 3. But it's 3 per phone number. So if I go in with my phone and then I go in with George's phone, but I'm sure I got to take one of the kids anyway because I think he's got 2 frosters. And so I couldn't carry like all the frosters out and everything. So I would need to take somebody anyway. Okay, so I tap it and then I do that. And you see it fills it out automatically. And then it submits it. You can see the green bar. Oh, sorry, didn't instant win. That's no good. But then I can go to another one. And this one you play a game. So I do them in the morning for me, and then returning visitors. And I type in that one, but I'm still in the browser because it's easy. Okay, we're going to play golf. So let's see if I can show you guys this. Start the game. Oh gosh, I'm going to do this one backwards. Okay. Okay, let's try to do this backwards. Let's see if I win. What one was that? This is the Mondelez. So Mondelez. Oh. It's just going to say, nice job. You finished. I got 1 entry into the grand prize draw. And sorry, I didn't win. That one is... it's called Taste Glory. So this is where you find them all, right? Oh, you won. I was so lucky. Thanks to Facebook friend Angela Wright. Yeah, Angela has something called Angie's Mailbox, and she promotes a lot of sweepstakes for Canadians. But so she kind of does what Tom does. So she's like the Canadian equivalent of Tom. So if you're in the States, go find I Win contest from Tom. Oh, that one always freezes on me. Yeah. See, why are some of the comments big and some of the comments small? I do not understand this. I'll have to figure that out. And then sometimes, you know, like there's no instant here, but it's nice having the autofill on it. They're giving away beach towels every day. And so I just do that one. And then it's automatically submitted. So I like RoboForm on the phone too. Oh, here's the other one. Now here's the barbecue one. This is interesting. See, comment size depends on how many words are used in the comments. Maybe the longer the comment, the smaller the space. See, those ones are coming up full, and yet it's tasty rewards. Yeah, that one was taste short. Okay. Oh, this one said, sorry, try again. See, RoboForm, the nice thing about RoboForm is it automatically enters you. And then I wasn't even watching, but I am in to win. So here's the Haribo one. And so then I just hold it, right? Like I'll show you guys, it's automatically. So that's why I like RoboForm, because you can see the little green bar at the top there. It's thinking. Oh, sorry, I didn't win. I'm sitting here I want a t-shirt though. And some Reese's, right? Like it's fun. It's just fun. Like, and talking to you guys. And there's one last instant, and then I'll do the other one. But that's the point, right? You can just sit and talk. I love doing, you watch TV. No, didn't. I got an entry in the. I'd love a RoboForm class. I know that I'm losing out on some of the handiness. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I first heard about RoboForm. So I started entering on a regular basis in 2001. I probably heard about RoboForm either by the end of that year or in sometime in 2002. But my computer was getting old, and I knew if I loaded RoboForm on it, it would crash my system. I had a really old computer, and I was bugging my ex about it too. And we moved into a new house at the end of 2002. We moved from Aurora to Oshawa, and then one day I was trying to do something on the computer and it just wasn't working. And so he came, he was techie. He came and he tried to fix the computer and he's like, oh my God, this is terrible. I said, well, I've been complaining about it for 6 months, but you seemed to think it was fine. And he goes, oh my God, this computer is so bad. Like, we can't fix it. It won't work, blah, blah, whatever. And so he went out and bought me a new desktop because I had a laptop, but we went to a desktop. So I had a new monitor, keyboard, sound. It was fantastic. I was so happy. And it was so fast compared to my old computer. I was like, oh my God, this is like, whoosh. And I always tell people that use the fastest computer that you can. Now, it's not as important now as it was then because computers just seem to be faster. And so many people just enter on their phones or tablets. So it's not the same as it was. But then I was like, oh my God, I got to try this RoboForm now. So I got RoboForm and it cut my time in half again. Like, I was entering so fast with RoboForm. Well, I was trying to teach a class this January and it was kind of sluggish. And I thought, I don't think I've ever cleaned it. From 2003 to 2021, I had never cleared my old, because I had every bookmark, my sweepstakes, as they expire, I delete them and stuff. But all my passwords, like, I must have 700 passwords saved. And I don't just do mine. Like, if my daughter was entering, like setting something up, I would keep her passwords. I have George's passwords for his, not the banking, but like the phone bill because he can't remember them. So I have them all. And that way, if something happens, we have access to them. What is my password? I can look it up. It's great. And then I just put everybody's initials beside things. So it'll say, like telephone and his initials. And then I have the cell phone. I pay for the cell phone. So it says cell phone and then my initials. So I know whose is what. It's really great way to organize it. Then my daughter, when she was little, she'd want to set up, like a little account of something. She would be playing on Treehouse or CBC Kids or whatever. I would put her name and then the thing. It's great because kids don't remember that stuff. And then parents have access to it if they have all the passwords, right? So, yeah, watch on demand later. No biggie. Oh, that's weird. You're not seeing the comments. Huh. The Fitbit. Yeah, I did win the Fitbit from the Cheerios this year. I tried to win last year and something happened and I never did enter it, but I had an older one. It's the fatter one, but it was starting to get a little wonky. The battery was getting weird. And I like this one, even though it doesn't have as many features as the other one. I like that it's slim, like a bracelet. I like how slim it is. So, and it tracks basically what I want it to track: my sleep, my steps, and the time. It gives me the time. So that's, So then, oh yeah, cleaning RoboForm. Where did your comment go? Oh yeah. So then I thought, oh my God, I have to go and clear it. It took me 3 days to clean 20 years of, I literally checked everything in my entire system. The whole thing. Every bookmark, every identity, every pass card, every login, everything. Took me 3 days. But now I know it's clean. Oh. My Apple Watch she says my Apple Watch is deaf. That's funny. I still don't understand why some comments are fat. Oh yeah, they still, I think, oh no, did it end July 1st? I think the Fitbit one finished July 1st, but there's always another contest. Okay, so let me try this last code because it's 9:30. I've been talking for an hour. I'm tired. I've been up since 5 because I've been code hunting. Okay, so let's go to Chrome, new Pat. So, Okay, so here's another tip I'm going to show you guys that I do on my okay, so here, so Chrome, I keep all the browsers, all the tabs on my Chrome open on my phone for the Pepsi and the Canada Dry, and that. So if I want to access it quickly, it's easy for me to do. And then if I want to look something up or go to a new one, I just open a new one. Oh, it's July 31st. Thank you. I wasn't sure. And yes, it's a receipt-based one. So that, why isn't that showing? It's a receipt-based one. So there's two kinds of I've noticed, and I don't know if it's happening in the US, but in Canada, receipt-based contests are getting more popular. It's forcing the people to buy the product. And the thing is, too, our postage is like $1, right? Yeah, thanks. So our postage is like $1. It's $1. Then you have your envelope and your maybe they want a self-addressed stamped envelope, so now it's $2 plus you got 2 envelopes. Then you have to have the card. Sometimes you have to write an essay. Then you got to get to the post office. Or there was one where you could buy 2 chocolate bars and submit the receipt. Well, chocolate bars at Dollarama were 82 cents. I have a grocery outlet near me. They were doing 2 Hershey bars for $1.50, so they're only 75 cents each. Yeah, there's always, someone said ask Angela. Yes, there is a no purchase entry, but what I'm explaining is, depending on what it is, it might be better just to purchase. So for Cheerios, I waited till they were on sale for $3 a box. I just bought it because if I have to mail away an envelope, or 2 envelopes, the label, my time, an essay, 2 stamps, $1 each, go to the post office, I'm almost at like $3. Or I can buy on sale $3 a box of Cheerios and submit a receipt, and I have the Cheerios. So you have to decide, right, if the product is worth the no purchase entry. So for example, the chocolate bars, you had to submit 2 Hershey, you had to buy 2 participating Hershey products and submit the receipt. Hershey was 75 cents each at the grocery outlet. The stamp cost me $1. I'm better off buying the 2 Hershey products. So now I have chocolate and the receipt. Now I didn't win in that one, but it just made more sense to buy the chocolate. Of course, then we have popcorn night and the chocolate disappears. That's the only problem with this hobby. Organic apples don't have codes, or at least not the ones I've seen. I saw a banana contest once, the codes off the bananas. Oh, come on. Where is the contest picture? There it is. So there's the picture. Learn more. Okay, entry. Pin from the thing. So let me write this in. So it depends on if it's worth it. And the thing is, I'm always concerned with, if they're doing a coded pin like this, the rules say that you should legally have just as much chance to win with a no purchase entry option as you do a purchased option. However, when they code the pins so that there's 10 winners that somebody may have, I really don't see the sponsor holding those back. I see them seeding them all, which means that none of the ones that you're going to mail away for are going to win you a prize. That's the way I look at it. Okay, so let's see. Did I fill everything out? There's the pin. Let's see if it's one of the specially marked packages. It is processing. Better luck next time. But if nobody claims these and they do the drawings, so I'm keeping it in my box because I could win. So there's where you have to read all the rules to see how they're doing it. Whether is it seated? Is it, are they having additional drawings? Are they? Is it cheaper to do the no purchase entry, or is it cheaper just to go and buy a box of cereal when it's on sale for $3? And also, when you're doing the receipt-based ones, watch whether you need to separate the products or not. So there's one for, is it the bread products one? There's one where if you buy a product, if you buy like 3 things of bread and they're all in the same receipt, you can enter each one. So you can enter that same receipt 3 times. How long do you keep the items in the box? Probably till after all the drawings are done. So this one, I think they're all drawing in the summer. So by the end of September, I'll probably chuck the whole thing. Oh, wait. I'd have to check to see when the Nutella one is. But then I would just dig those 2 out and get rid of the rest of the box. Actually, and what's really funny is I started recycling these ones right away. And I don't know, about a month ago, I thought, I don't know. And I reread the rules and it said, hey, we may ask you for the pin. And I'm like, oh my God, I recycled them. So I went through my recycle bin because I hadn't done the ones in my office yet. And I keep it. And the receipt ones, I actually always keep my receipts because I have my own business. So I keep all the receipts. So I have, this is George's box, but I have the same kind of thing. So I sort receipts by month, right? Because we have my own business. And then I have a folder called, where is his folder called Unclaimable? So I have a folder and I call it Unclaimable Receipts. So things like groceries. Here, see, unclaimable. So grocery, anything you can't really claim. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. It's probably dusty in there. Anyway, it's live streaming. So what I do is, and I've done this for years because my ex and I own my own business. So I've had my own business since 1996. So I've kept every receipt. And the reason I do that is I always ask for a receipt no matter what I'm buying. Even if I'm buying a stick of gum, I always tell my ex, buy a receipt. And I started teaching George the same. If you buy a stick of gum, ask for a receipt. And he says, but I don't need that receipt. I said, no, you don't need that receipt. But the problem is, if you're not in the habit of always asking for the receipt, when there's an important receipt, you might forget to ask for it. So always ask for a receipt, and then we can just stick them in unclaimable. What's been handy is in the past, I've kept everything. Like if I bought a new kettle or I bought a pair of shoes or whatever, I always get the receipt. And I put them in the unclaimable folder. Well, I can't tell you the number of times I've dug back through that unclaimable folder because the kettle broke and I had to return it. Well, thankfully I had the receipt and I knew exactly where it was. Or something. So if I'm entering receipt-based contests, I keep all my receipts anyway, all my grocery receipts, everything, and I shove them in that box because I figure if I ever get audited, I have all my receipts, personal and business, everything's there, and I have done that for 25 years. And I only keep my taxes, I only keep 7 years worth of receipts. So then eventually I shred them and recycle them. But in the meantime, and then I reuse the folders actually. So all the folders for every, all the stuff that's folded, I keep the folders and I reuse the folders. But the rest I recycle. I have a shredder actually on the other side and I shred and then I recycle that. So, but I keep those receipts. So they're handy. So if it's a receipt-based contest and they ask for the receipt, I just go digging through the thing, and I'll just say, which receipt was it? I have them all in a box. I have to go digging. So that's a good tip because a lot of us, let's face it, just because we're sweepers doesn't mean we don't own our own business. Or it's a good habit to get into, just for like why I said, if you get in a habit of always asking for a receipt, then if you have to return, whatever item, or something doesn't fit properly, or something broke, and then you have the receipt, you can return or exchange it. Okay, so somebody asked, what do you think of the Dempsters win a cottage contest? Yeah, the odds of that are really horrendous. I'll read the rules on that one because they're really, so this is again another, what is that one called? That one's called Summer Contest. That's what it is. Okay, so you have a chance to win one of 3 cottages. So it says plus over $1 million in staycation instant prizes to be won. So here's the rules on that one. So it started April 15th and it goes till September 10th. So right over the summer season. Open to all of Canada. Now here's the thing. I find it shocking that they've done this, because if it's open to all of Canada, it means they've registered with the Régie in Quebec. And you have to, if you register with Quebec, you have to give them, as the fee for registering this contest, you have to give them 3% of the prize value of the sweepstakes to prove that it's legal. So I don't know how they're going to get around it. So anyway, so here's the thing. So here's what you can win instantly. So there's 69,130 instant prizes to be won at the onset of the contest. And then, so here's what they have. A weekend getaway, there's 5 of them. A camping tent, there's 25. A badminton set, there's 100. A speaker, there's 500. A portable chair, there's 6,500. A $10 gas card, there's 60,000. And towels, there's 2,000. I have won nothing from this one. So any of the products that I've bought, like the chips, because they're only $1. Oh, see? Angela says, I have 2 returns tomorrow, and my poor husband had to dig in the trash to find the receipt. Start an unclaimable receipt folder for your taxes. Look at this is my fancy accounting system. I go to the liquor store and grab a box, and I put his initials on it. So this is his business, because mine's actually being sorted now because I just got back from the accountant. And we just put everything by month, and then we go through and sort everything and organize it. And then it goes to the accountant that way. And then I end up putting them in a proper banker's box together for the year and write the year on it so that in 7 years I can shred it. And then we start the next year. And then I just recycle the box. So someone says $10 yesterday after at least 20 entries. So it's kind of handy because I use that for business and personal. So here's the thing. So they're giving away all those prizes. Now, here's the opportunity for the grand prize. They're going to select 3 finalists from all eligible entries received to win one of 3 grand prizes. Okay, so everybody that enters is in to win the grand prize. Okay, so then they'll select 3 finalists who will have an opportunity to play to win one of the 3 grand prizes. Okay, so first you have to go purchase something to enter or get the no purchase entry. But if you can find Pringles, I think Pringles are one of the prizes or one of the products on this one. Is this the one with this? No, this might not be the Pringles. This is this is the one where they have buns. And I'm like, well, I'm buying hamburger buns anyway for the summer barbecue, so I might as well buy their buns. So I enter the receipt. Then you are in to win. So then the plays will take part October 1st via video conferencing. Of course, that way they're not flying anybody out and it's COVID safe. Each verified finalist will pick one envelope from a field of 100 envelopes. One $500,000 prize is randomly seated in one envelope among the 100 envelopes for each finalist. So each person, so it's not say you and me and, you know, somebody else, and we have 100 and then each of us picks one number. No, each of us has 100 and there's one $500,000 prize for each of us. Okay. And then, so I pick. If the finalist does not pick the envelope prize, then subject to completing the requirements, the finalists receive a consolation prize of $1,000. So you're going to walk away with $1,000 minimum or a cottage. The odds of winning the grand prize are 1 in 100. That's if you make it to be the finalist. So instant win seeded prize claim conditions. There's 30 million instant win plays available at the start of the contest. So listen to the odds of this. 30 million instant win plays, 69,000 prizes. The odds kind of suck, but if I'm buying buns anyway at the store or bread or whatever the products are on this one, I might as well just buy that brand. I'm paying the same as if I'm going to use it. So then I get a chance to win. So I don't bother with the no purchase entry. So the odds of winning kind of suck. So it's an odds of 1 in 434 to win, but you never know. I might win something. So the odds aren't great, but if you're buying something at the store anyway, yeah, so it's hamburger buns, hot dog buns, different types, brioche bread, pull-apart bread. Yeah, so that's this one. Oh, yeah, and there's different ones, and there's even Weight Watchers bread. Then there's Takis, you know, the little, and then, oh, yeah, and Vachon, like Flakies and Half Moons and Swiss rolls and stuff like that, kind of like Little Debbie's. If you're buying those treats anyway, you might as well. It doesn't hurt. Oh, yeah, Joe Louis, Carmel. They never accept a picture receipt. Doesn't seem legit. Oh, that's weird. They've done mine. I've entered maybe about 6 times. I'm not sure why they're not accepting it. Have you tried? Curious. Try doing it with somebody else's phone and see if that works, because you might have a problem with the picture. The other trick with that is, and I did a video on this. I've been doing a lot of videos on TikTok. So if you go to the grocery store and you get a receipt that's this long, I don't have any to demo because I did it for the thing. So you go and you do a week's groceries and you have a receipt this long, right? Yeah, try that. So it's this long. Well, to take a picture, they're not going to do it. So tear it into 2 or 3 spots and put it side by each, and then take one picture of the whole receipt so they can see, you know, clearly you've ripped it to fit. The other thing, and then when I go to save it, I tape it back together just in case they ask for it, and then I can find all the bits. The other thing I do is I have Post-it notes, the little strip ones, you know, that you use for bookmarking. I will put it under the line item. So if it's the bread, and I have like a long thing with all the products, so I go and find the bread and I put the marker under it, so they can clearly see that it's that line item. If they blow up the picture, they can see that I've put it under, you know, bread, blah, blah, blah. And it makes it easier for them to verify the receipt at the other end. And also read the rules for the codes of the things. So, for example, there was people that had entered for the Fitbits that had bought, it was with Cheerios. but it was only very specific sizes and flavors of Cheerios. So someone bought Cheerios, entered, said they won. They verified the receipt, and they go, no, you didn't buy the right Cheerios. Sorry, we disqualified you. They lost the prize. You have to read the rules and understand them and follow them. Like I'm going to have to go back and edit the thing to make sure people understand the rules. It's really, really important that you read all of the parts. I know it's so boring and it's legalese. But you can easily disqualify yourself if you don't follow the rules. Easily. So those are my rules tips that I wanted to try. And I think this worked out. Like, I'm not a fan of this Be Live. I did it. But I also have a client that got it, and he wanted to see how it was. He says, so try it. And the first time I tried it, it didn't work. And I figured out why after. It wasn't very intuitive, but we'll see. Anyway, it was still worth the money. They had a special and you pay one time instead of monthly. So I thought, okay, why not? So I'm not sad that I bought it, but I don't know if I'll use it all the time. I might try different things with it. And then I wanted to try my new microphone, and that seems to fix the sound problem that I've been having because people said, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So that works. So I'm glad I bought it because that's one of my goals this year is to upgrade all my equipment. So I've kind of fixed the lighting a bit. It's not great, but it's better. We now have the microphone. Gotta get a new computer and a new camera. I have my eye on. Somebody said Sony, so we'll see. Lots of codes, not a lot of sweeps going on. Yeah, the codes don't seem to be as popular in the States, but you know what you guys do have in the US that's way better than Canada's text contests. Tom on iWin has he said 200 something text contests. I have 2. So it just kind of depends on where you live. But like I said, it's my carrot. And then the gyms should be open by the time, I'm very happy, by the time this finishes, the pin code hunting this season finishes, our gym should be open here. And I can go back to the gym. So we'll see what happens. So that'll be really good. And yeah, things are opening back up. I got a haircut. I got a manicure. We went out for dinner. I know some places have been open for so long, and we're just slowly opening up here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've done all my instance that I can do. I think I've answered everybody's questions. Yeah, that's the only thing. Oh, Dawn said she's going to bed. Yeah, I know the feeling. So I'm going to bed. This is an hour and a half. Usually I stay on for an hour, but this was fun. I hope I answered everybody's questions. I tested everything out, and I'm going to sign off for now. And so this was a good little sweepstakes chat. This was kind of impromptu just to see what's going on. And my regular Q&A is at the end of the month. And on what month in July? Is it 18th? Yes, on 18th, we have our virtual contest club meeting. So if you want to hang out with sweepers. Oh, great, Esther. Oh, wait. Thank you very much. Somebody said thank you very much. Come to the virtual contest club meeting. So we do this. It's like Zoom. So there's somewhere between 6 and 12 of us usually. And that is really fun. Oh, see, someone said I bought a Canon Mark III, but all the YouTubers hate it. Prefer the Mark II. The only thing is the ability to add a microphone to the Mark III. Yeah, I'm going to wait and see. One of my clients, he does a lot of high-end videos, and he bought the Sony. And he loves it. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. And I think these new cameras, what they do is they follow your face instead of, because the problem is I have a Canon right now, and the lens I have, the problem is it keeps focusing back here and not on my face. And I'm blurry. And I'm like, yeah, that's not me. So I won this little wee 180 1080p webcam from eMeet, which is great. It was better than what I had, but it's not as good as I want to get. So, increments. But here's the thing, and this is what I tell, this is the same for sweepstakes. This is the same for everything. I can't wait until I have all the equipment to start teaching, because all the things that I have to teach now would be, you guys would all miss out on it if I had to wait till everything was perfect. So for example, my house is really small and I only have one place to film. Because I had this great idea to paint the office blue, and it turned out to be Toronto Maple Leafs, which I think is fantastic, but it's not conducive to corporate or business look. And even my bookshelf is all my office equipment, and it's kind of messy. I'm like, oh my God. I have to get like a what do you call it? A green screen or something, or what do you call those? A dividers, like a room divider, and just put it to cover everything up. But I can't wait until everything's perfect, until I have a better camera, until I have better sound, until I have better this or better lighting or whatever. You can't wait for that, because all the information that I have to impart, I wouldn't be getting out there. And it's like sweepstakes. You can't wait until you have this perfected or that perfected. Or if you go with, you have to enter a cooking contest. Well, if you have a good idea for a recipe, even if it's not perfect, try it. Because what if you win? You don't know. Sometimes the sponsors really like the effort people put in, even if it's not super perfect, because they want people that are passionate about their products and services. Right? So that's my 2 cents. So I had a table. So then what I did was I got a table to put it here to move my laptop off my desk to come to the table, because my desk is actually over there. It's totally messy right now. And I had this table, but it was wobbly. And so I'd touch the thing and the whole camera would shake. I'm like, all right, that's not working. So I sold that table, and then I bought a different table. This one's steadier, so this works. Then I used to put it across, then I'd get trapped in the room. Then I figured out if I put it lengthways, I can still get in and out, and I can put the camera. So, any tips to getting through on radio contests? Just try. You know what? If you go into my YouTube, go find my interview with the cynical winner, and he wrote a book just on radio contests. And I actually have the book. I've not had a chance to read it. Go find that video where I interview him, and he talks about winning. His specialty is radio contests. But I find now for radio contests, they're really not doing call-in anymore where I live. They're doing text in. So they'll come on at, like, they have set times in the day. They're giving code words. You text in. Sometimes, so one contest, you have to be the 103rd caller because it's 103.5. Other ones, they give you 5 minutes to text in. They draw a name. They call one person back, and then you're qualified for the big prize. I rarely, or you go onto their website and you enter. I have not really seen any 9th caller through, 7th caller through, 10th caller through in a while. Like, they're really changing them up. Text, yes. So she says it's so difficult. Actually, I kind of like the texting ones because I think I have a better chance of qualifying. One time, I think it was 2 years ago, and one of the big radio stations was having that, and I was listening. I was kind of half listening. I'm in the bathroom. I'm getting ready. So, there's water running, and you can hear. So I'm only half listening, and I hear this guy on the radio, and he's like, yeah, I'm at work. They're like, where do you work? He goes, I work at the auto plant. And I'm like, my brother works at the auto plant. So I go in, I'm like, I have it on my cell phone. I'm streaming it, and I go like this. And I'm like, that's my brother. he texted in and they called him back and he qualified. And it was a huge prize. They go to a party and they were giving away all these prizes and a big grand prize. And I'm like, I was so excited. And I thought they were going to win nothing. They didn't win one thing. I was so sad. I thought maybe they'd win a trip for the two of them or something. I watched my nieces and nephews while they went away or something. No, they didn't win. But that was so funny. And that was from a text in. Yeah, right? Melanie says that's cool. Yeah, it was funny to hear my brother. Anyway, I'm going to go because I'm like exhausted. It's been an hour, 90 minutes. So that's that's enough. And go watch. I have so much information on YouTube, on my blog. If you go, there's a little magnifying glass, type in, radio contest, you'll find videos. Yeah. There you go, Bill. Thanks, Bill. And Bill comes to the club meetings, by the way. So, come and hang out with Bill and I. Now I have to figure out how to stop that. Okay. I think it's here. Bye.